Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Upanshu. How are you, bhai?
Yes, sir. Fine, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm also fine, beta. Many congratulations.
Thank you very much, sir.
So, Upanshu, where are you basically from?
Sir, actually, my permanent address is from Bijnor district of Uttar Pradesh. The village is Nakipur. However, my current address is Kodwar in the Pauri Garhwal district of Uttarakhand, sir.
That is the gateway of Uttarakhand, Kotdwar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Exactly.
I have seen Kotdwar many times.
Oh, yes, sir.
There is one very big and famous temple of Bajrangbali.
Yes, sir. Sidbali temple, sir. That is. Yes.
Siddhavali temple I am talking about.
Yes, sir. That is like quite a popular and beautiful temple. That is.
तो उपांशु जैसा कि आप बता रहे हैं कि थोड़ा रूरल बैकग्राउंड से भी रहे हैं तो
Yes,
अप
sir.
टू स्टैंडर्ड 12th which medium or which schools or which atmosphere do you belong to?
Sir, actually, my entire schooling has been done from Kurdwara only. However, my roots are from the Nakipur village. That's why I use it as my permanent address. Sir, talking about Kurdwara, that is actually a town. So my environment, like it was good because the school was CBSE and English medium was the basically used in the school. So that was not a problem for me. But however, the surroundings in my own area, that was not very familiar with English, and that was not a very posh area. So I would like to say it was a pretty basic environment.
तो पांशु अब से पहले मतलब इस एसएसबी से पहले आपने और भी कोई एसएसबी अटेंड करी है
No, sir, it was my first attempt only.
एंड थ्रू व्हिच एंट्री यू हैव बीन सिलेक्टेड
Sir, TES 51, sir.
टीएस 51
Yes, sir. I have been recommended from 34 SSB in Prayagraj, sir, on 8th of Feb.
34 34 एसएसबी प्रयागराज
Yes, sir.
a quite notorious board.
Yes, sir. That is known for pretty weird reason that it usually rejects like more of
हाँ
the.
भाई Allahabad board is considered to be a rejection board.
Yes, sir. It used to be called as a rejection center, and
हाँ
especially yes, sir, especially they used to call for 34. They used to call like it is most
most
dangerous.
notorious.
Yes, sir.
हाँ
Exactly.
तो पांशु जब आपके फैमिली बैकग्राउंड से क्या कोई ऑलरेडी आर्मी में कमीशन्ड ऑफिसर है
No, sir. No, sir. Exactly. My entire background is civilian, and I don't have anyone from the defense.
यू आर गोइंग टू बी द फर्स्ट वन
Yes, sir. Exactly. Yes, sir. I will be the first one only.
तो ये बताओ भाई जैसे अभी तुमने ये ओलिव ग्रीन स्वेटर पहना हुआ है तो ओलिव ग्रीन हैज बीन योर चॉइस फ्रॉम सिंस बिगनिंग या अभी ये सिलेक्शन के बाद आपने ये स्वेटर लिया था
No, sir, it's just a coincidence. It is I had this outfit before my SSB only, but yeah, it
ओके
was a quite good color. I used to wear that, and the actually
हाँ
in
हाँ हाँ
the area I belong to, there is a army camp that is Victoria Cross Gabbar Singh camp is there. So I have seen
हम्म,
like a lot of army personnel there. They used to train, so I was quite like familiar with what kind of environment we see in the
हम्म।
forces. So yes, sir, that was a part where defense was related in my life.
तो पांशु एक तो पहली बार आप एसएसबी देने गए
Yes, sir.
ऊपर से टेक्निकल एंट्री जो एनडीए और सीडीएस के कंपैरिजन में थोड़ा सा ज्यादा टफ होती है बिकॉज
Yes,
यहाँ पर एप्लीकेंट्स ज्यादा हो जाते हैं
yes, sir.
और उसमें भी आपको मिला इलाहाबाद बोर्ड और
Yes,
इलाहाबाद बोर्ड में भी आपको मिली 34 एसएसबी
जी sir.
तो जब आपने एंटर किया या जब आप प्रिपरेशन कर रहे थे तब क्या साइकोलॉजी चल रही थी कि सिलेक्ट
Sir,
होंगे नहीं होंगे क्या होगा कैसे होगा
yes, sir. So actually, talking about my preparation, actually before within my preparation, I didn't even knew about how is the recommendation ratios of what board. I was just focusing on my SSB process. I was not familiar like how what is the reporting, what is the screening ratio, what is the recommendation ratio. My entire focus was on what are the factors which a student get rejected for, and what are the things we should improve. And after entering the SSB board only, when I met students which were repeaters and which were all previously recommended and screen out, so they told me that like how 34 SSB is not very good if you wanna get recommendation, but they also told me like it gives good marks. The student from this board does not get merit out, so getting recommendation from here makes pretty easy to get merit in, because last time there were like 200 plus recommendations. However, a lot of them got merit out, but this time this is not the case. So only 130 recommendations have been
हम्म,
seen so far. I think below the 130 only. So they told me about how the things work. Some boards are there which are quite lenient with the process. They give recommendations of 7 or 8 on an average. But however, there are some boards like 34 SSB. Talking about 34 SSB, the batch before mine, they have given 4 recommendation. In mine, they have also given 4 recommendation. And so there have, in total, in the TS 51 entry, they have given 8 recommendations in total. So this was the case, but I knew that if you will perform good, you will not get rejected, because if you will make mistake, they will reject you only. Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Of course, but they are sitting there not to select a less appropriate candidate, na?
Yes, sir.
They
That
will
is the
choose only the best one.
yes, sir.
तो पांशु आपकी प्रिपरेशन की जर्नी में व्हाट हैज बीन द कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ एमकेसी एंड द टीचर्स ऑफ एमकेसी?
Yes, actually, sir, before starting my preparation, I first search what will be the resources. Actually, I was trying to get some online resource, because in the offline case, it would not be very suitable for me. First of all, the like it would be a mess if I will be going to a center like in lot of Dehradun or Prayagraj. So I was also preparing for JEE exam 2024. So I wanted to give a slot to SB preparation and the other slot to the JEE preparation. So when I searched online, like what are the best institutes for the preparation of SSB, I came across the page where the MKC classes have been mentioned. When I contacted the staff, they told me about what are the procedures and how the things work, and I got interested. I liked the process. Then I joined the courses, and sir, they have had me. First of all, they make me familiarize with the environment with which we face in the SSB. What are the procedures and what are the things SSR want from a student, and how now what are the things you should not do. What are the things you should do? If you are pretty aware about the things you should do, so then only you can give best. Because being yourself does not mean being yourself. It means being the best of yourself. So you should know what are the things which are referred to as best in SSB. So that was the part where the MKC helped me by making me familiarize what are the requirements of which we should show in the SSB, like what are the OLQs. We call them OLQs. That is the only thing a student should have. So in that way, so I got help from MKC.
फैंटास्टिक पांशु. तो जब आप गए थे बेटा अपने एसएसपी के लिए,
Yes, sir.
तो वहां रिपोर्टिंग के बाद वाईआर होने के बाद जब आप पीपीडीटी में बैठे, तो हाउ हैज बीन योर पीपीडीटी एक्सपीरियंस देयर?
Yes, in the PPTT experience it was good actually. The picture I have done the practice before on the online platform, so that was not a problem for me. And in the
The same
stress,
picture, the picture you got in your SSP has been the same picture on which you have already practiced.
so it was kind of same, because like it was not exactly same, but there was a picture where two guys were sitting on a table. So that concept have been used in other pictures on the this platform like MKC. However, the picture was not exactly same. The things shown was quite familiar. So I wrote
All right.
a story, and in the narration part, there we were a group of like 16 students. We were formed in a single group. So in that case, I have seen that if you are giving a good narration, that only plays a major part. You don't even need like a major part in the discussion, because in the narration only the assessor choose what are the students they are looking for. Them in the discussion they only look for their contribution to the discussions. If your narration is good, then you can on the basis of narration they only judge like in the discussion who will dominate the group, because the expression, the confidence is only judged on the narration. So I that was quite good for me. So in I think the role narration had the biggest role in my selection in the process of PPDT.
How has been your OIR?
And sir, OIR was pretty good, sir. It was like, however, I cannot say because OIR rating is never disclosed. But on from my side, I will say that I have given an attempt of like I have given 100%. I gave all the questions because there was no negative marking, so there was not a question about how much question should I do. I tried to give and on an average 20 seconds I was trying to give to each question. However, some question took more time, but I managed to did all the questions from the OIR.
What would you like to tell me about your interview, personal interview that took place in your SSP?
Yes, in the talking about my interview, it was talking about duration. It was around an hour and 20 or 15 minutes. It was around something like that. So, and
लगभग
in
सवा
interview
घंटे
start,
आपका इंटरव्यू चला.
sir, sorry, sir.
लगभग सवा घंटे आपका इंटरव्यू चला.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so
And
it started, yes, sir, it started with the introduction only, like from where are you coming. So it's been
and
the
who took
starting
it?
of it. Yes, sir.
Who took your interview?
So actually, it was the deputy president. I am not very sure with the name, there was name, but the post was like deputy president. There were two interviews going on simultaneously. One was taken by the president, and the other was taken by the deputy president. Mine was taken by deputy president only.
So that vice president was taking your interview.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
how was it?
So it was quite good from my side actually. I was trying to, because in my PIQ I have mentioned that I was enrolled in debate and speech. So if I would be showing like fumbleness in the voice or low confidence, it will work against me. So I was trying to create a confidence and a fluent voice, so that that quality of what I have mentioned in PIQ should be shown in my personality, so that my genuinity will be shown in the interview. So I was trying to show my quality. Like I started by describing about myself, about my educational background, my regional background, everything. So I was trying to describe only those parts which I had a good grip on. Because sometimes if the interviewer goes on the outside of your domain, you it becomes difficult to drag him again in your domain. So that
Mhm.
I didn't want it with myself. I tried to bring the things which I was already, like my preparations, and they also got indulged in that, like how you prepared, how you prepared with your J. So I was like trying to bring him in that portion, because that part I was already having knowledge, I was having reasons why I chose, what platform I chose, I was already prepared for that part. Yes, and I have also seen the current affair part and GK part, because that shows how connected to the world you are. They asked me five
Which type of questions, Pancho? Which type of questions related to current affairs were asked to you in during your interview?
So in the interview, they just asked me to tell me any international and national news. So I told them five national and five international news, like how all that month only, because I could not tell about how what are the things going on 2 3 days, because on the 31st I have given my JW exam only. So I was aware about what are were the things in the went in that month, like Ram Mandir, Pran Pratishtha, and other there were other news. And on the international level, how Venezuela Guyana war, and like how are they in the rebellion going in the Myanmar. There were some news. INS Impal got deployed. So I gave some news which were related to international, five and five on the national level. So they were seen satisfied with that.
Perfect. So Panshu, what will you like to tell me about your psychology test? आपका psychology test कैसा रहा? टेट वेट SRT आपने कैसे face किया?
Yes, so actually, in talking about my psychology test, the best part I saw was the TAT. I gave like all the 12 stories were completed. I didn't felt that I could to make it better. It was complete. None of them had a negative theme, and I tried to make the stories concise, because I had I tried to make story with good sentences, so words were not very long. It was around 80 words only, 80 to 90 words. It was not like 120 or 110. It was 80 to 90 words only. And I tried to add good words, like summarizing 3 lines in 1 line, so that a longer story would not form, otherwise time taken could not be managed. So TAT was the best part I have seen. And talking about the wet, I have given an attempt of around 54 or 55, because some words were there which were out of my vocabulary, or I could not think of any sentences immediately on that basis. And sir, SRT, I have given an attempt of 35 SRTs. However, there were some student who told me like they have given an attempt of 55 SRTs. I one was there which was saying like 58 SRTs, which was quite high. But actually, I have seen that in the psychology, the quality of the question reply of the question matters, not the quantity. Actually, the question you are asking should match your PIQ. So I was trying to answer the question the way anyone would give, who is having the PIQ of mine. So I was trying to give the attempt of question. It was 35, because time I felt, because I was trying to drag it about 45, but I could not manage it. And that SRT was very good. And in the self description part, I have written like 5 paragraphs. What your friends think of you, what your teachers think of you, and what your parents think of you. That is the other's opinion. So I have tried to bring genuine but not so serious these qualities. And like some were not being very healthy like sport, but later on I improved. I also mentioned how I improved that. So that was the thing, because not only mentioning your disqualities does not make it good. You should also mention about how you improve them and what are things you would like to improve in yourself. That is also a paragraph. What are your current status? Next paragraph. What are the things you would like to achieve in future? So all the 5 paragraph I made like 5 lines each paragraph. I
हम्म।
made like yes, sir, 5 points in each paragraph.
उपांशु, बात जब एसएसबी की होती है तो जीटीओ बच्चों के लिए एक बहुत ज्यादा मिस्टीरियस ऑब्जेक्ट के रूप में आता है सामने। और जीटीओ एक ऐसी एक्टिविटी भी है जो टू लॉन्ग होती है एसएसबी में, आई थिंक द लॉन्गेस्ट वन।
Yes, sir. 2 days it take.
है ना? तो अब आप हिंदी में बताइए जीटीओ के बारे में, ताकि जो नो वॉइस बच्चे हैं वो भी प्रॉपर्ली समझ सकें।
ओके सर, सो जीटीओ के सर बारे में बताएं तो जीटीओ के अंदर हमारे बैच में, क्योंकि हमारा बैच 25 बच्चे स्क्रीन हुए थे, तो 9 बच्चों का बैच हमारा था। उसके अंदर सबसे पहला पीजीटी का टास्क हुआ। जब टास्क स्टार्ट हुआ तो होता है कि बच्चे एक्साइटमेंट में एकदम से सामान उठा के करने लग जाते हैं टास्क, बस वो पूछते भी नहीं है कि सामने वाला कुछ बताना चाहता है। और उसी वजह से मैं शुरू में एकदम से दिख नहीं पाया, मतलब स्पार्क वो दिख नहीं पाया। 2 टास्क हो गए, जब तक बच्चों को आइडिया आ रहे थे तब तक वो किए जा रहे थे। पर जब हम तीसरे पीजीटी के टास्क में थे तो हमारी टीम मतलब हाफ ऑफ द टास्क में ही मतलब रुक गई। मैं पीछे ही लाइन में था, तो मैंने पीछे से ही तब आइडिया देने स्टार्ट कर दिए। जब मेरे को आइडिया आते थे तो मैं देते जा रहा था। तब जीटीओ ने ऑब्जर्व करा, तो जीटीओ ने इंस्ट्रक्शन दिया कि अगर आप चाहें तो आप जगह पे अपनी रिप्लेस कर दीजिए। तो मैंने अपने एक कलीग के साथ अपने आप को रिप्लेस किया, मैं फ्रंट पे चला गया और वहीं से मैंने अपनी टीम को मतलब आगे लीड किया। तो जीटीओ ने वहां पे पूछा भी था कि ये आइडिया किसका है करके। जी सर, अगर
तो
जीटीओ
भाई,
का yes sir, in the third
हम्म,
task I showed, and I have completed third task, and in the fourth I also was quite involvement, so that was very good. And that shows like if you get like अगर आप पीछे छूट जाते हो अगर पीजीटी में, तो आपको ऐसा चुप खड़ा नहीं होना चाहिए, वहां पे आइडिया देते रहिए पीछे से। क्योंकि एक कमांडर अगर पीछे छूट भी रहा है तो वो ये नहीं चाहेगा कि मैं उसको पहले पीछे लाऊं, किसी को मैं आगे जाऊं तभी मैं आइडिया दूंगा। तो
बिल्कुल
ट्राई
ठीक बात है।
कीजिए आइडिया दें, तो ऐसा टीम को ऐसा लगता है कि इसके पास आइडिया है, तो आगे लाएंगे तो हम जल्दी कर लेंगे टास्क। जीटीओ भी पीछे
हम्म,
से देख लेता है कि हाँ ये आइडिया देना चाहता है कोई। बट अगर आप आइडिया नहीं दे पा रहे हैं तो मतलब आपको नीचे आराम से सोचिए, प्रोजेक्शंस को देख के कुछ ना कुछ आइडिया आ जाते हैं। एक एडवांटेज तो होता है आगे वालों के पास कि उनको प्रोजेक्शन कंप्लीटली दिखते हैं और उनके पास मटेरियल भी होता है, तो वो कुछ ना कुछ करके आगे बढ़ते रहते हैं। पर एक ना एक पॉइंट ऐसा आता है जब आइडिया नहीं आ रहे होते कुछ को, तो तब आपको अगर पॉइंट ऐसा मिल रहा है तो आप पूरी कोशिश करें कि आप अपनी जगह बना पाए। पीजीटी के बाद सर हमारा हुआ था एचजीटी। एचजीटी में सर हमें 4 लोगों का ग्रुप था। हमारा एचजीटी का ग्रुप जो था सर वो बहुत कोऑपरेटिव था, उसमें मैंने अपनी भी आइडिया दी, दूसरों के भी आइडिया लिए, तो वो तो उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम हुआ ही नहीं। उसके बाद ग्रुप प्लानिंग एक्सरसाइज, उसका सोल्यूशन मैंने पूरा फॉर्मेट में लिखा, जब कुछ पूछा जाता है कि लाइक वी आर अ ग्रुप ऑफ दिस मच पीपल, वी हैव सीन सेवरल प्रॉब्लम, प्रायोरिटी वाइज उनकी प्रायोरिटी लिख के उनका सोल्यूशन लिख के ग्रुप वाइज डिवाइड करके बच्चों को वो सब करके सोल्यूशन लिख दिया था। डिस्कशन में इट वाज माय डिस्कशन वेंट प्रीटी वेल। डिस्कशन के अंदर मैंने थोड़ा मतलब कंट्रीब्यूशन किया, डिस्कशन अच्छा गया, उसमें कोई ऐसा प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुआ। उसके बाद सर जीडी होता है, जीडी में हमें 2 टॉपिक मिले। तो पहले वाला टॉपिक और दूसरा टॉपिक, मतलब मेरा जो नरेशन वाला पार्ट था, जो एक्सप्रेशन वाला पार्ट था, वो सारे जितना भी था जीडी में वो सब अच्छे गए। और क्योंकि मेरे में एक कुछ टॉपिक आए थे लाइक हाउ अ नेशन गेट स्ट्रांग, इकोनॉमी, लीडरशिप, and one more lead was there. So I was trying to give examples of international, like how I was trying to give example of China, Iran, and all, so that the quality that my PIQ was having, like geopolitics, I was trying to drag that. I was using that part so that my points could be shown, because other were also trying. They were trying to show their historical knowledge. I was trying to show my geopolitical knowledge. So that was the difference. We only have to get involved in the discussion. You do not have to like over dominate. You don't have to be over dominating. You have to give other chance. If someone there were a few students who were trying to represent their thought, but उनको चांस मिल नहीं पा रहा था, तो मैंने उनको मतलब ट्राई किया कि आप भी उनके पास पॉइंट है तो आप भी बोलिए, सो दैट आपका कोऑपरेशन वाला पार्ट भी शो हो जाए। तो उस कोऑपरेशन के साथ ही आप मतलब आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। अगर बिना कोऑपरेशन के होंगे, ओवर डोमिनेटिंग होंगे, तो शायद वो एक बैड क्वालिटी बन सकता है आपके लिए। और सर दोनों डिस्कशन मेरे अच्छे गए थे। और सर लेक्चरेट में सर मेरा अच्छा गया, लेक्चरेट अच्छा गया था मेरा। एक टॉपिक आया था हायर।
लेक्चरेट
यस
किस टॉपिक पर हुआ था आपने?
सर।
क्या टॉपिक चूज किया था आपने लेक्चरेट के लिए?
यस सर, टॉपिक मेरा था इम्पैक्ट ऑफ हायर एजुकेशन। Yes, sir. So that was my topic. So actually, I was not having like a lot of actual knowledge about that. So I was trying to build a base how like impact of higher education can be related to impact of education only. I was trying to present of points about the female participation and midday meal schemes. Like if you are having basic knowledge, you will then only you will reach the higher knowledge gathering only. And sir, I was trying to show how in the earlier time, getting a matriculation or 10 plus 2 was seen as a very commendable job. But nowadays, if even you are a like MSc or a postgraduate, you are not, you cannot show that much worth with your documents only. You have to show your talent, because earlier getting a matriculation used to be a rare thing. If you are getting matriculated, that means you are done good with your education. But and I have also shown like how a person when get knowledge, get academics good, like good education, then he can use his potential. What are the things he can do? Otherwise the people don't even get knowledge about what are the things they could have done with their life, and they are not, they don't even know their potential. Unlocking the potential is a different question. So that I was trying to show. Now people are like I also told about how Indians are getting good remittances. Like India has got 120 billion of remittances. That's because our IT sector is booming. Our IT workers are getting jobs in US and our other IT hubs. So that is bringing money in India. That is one impact of higher education. So that was the point I was trying to drag. Yes, sir. And sir, talking about my next task,
उपांशु, अब आप लास्ट में
yes, sir.
अब आप क्या संदेश देना चाहेंगे उन बच्चों को जो अब एसएसबी की तैयारी कर रहे हैं और किसी ना किसी एंट्री की एसएसबी उनकी लगी हुई है?
सर मैं उनको यही बोलना चाहूँगा कि अगर आप अपना प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं तो आप उसके प्रोसेस से थोड़ा फ़ैमिलियर हो जाइए, ताकि आपको पता चल पाए कि वहाँ पे आपको कैसा एनवायरनमेंट फ़ेस करना पड़ेगा। उससे आपको थोड़ा हेल्प होगा, आपका कॉन्फिडेंस थोड़ा बढ़ा रहेगा वहाँ पे। अगर आप पहली बार कहीं जाते हैं तो आप वो कॉन्फिडेंस शो ही नहीं कर पाते जो आप अपने होम प्लेस पे कर सकते हैं। मतलब फ़ैमिलियर प्लेस पे आपका कॉन्फिडेंस अलग थोड़ा दिखाई देता है। अगर आप पहली बार कुछ जगह देखेंगे तो आप उतना खुल के बात भी नहीं कर पाएँगे, अपना एक्सप्रेशन नहीं दे पाएँगे। तो आप एक बार ज़रूर चेक कीजिए कि किस तरह का एनवायरनमेंट होगा। अगर आपको ज़रूरत महसूस होती है किसी भी तरह की, तो आप किसी भी ऑनलाइन प्लेटफ़ॉर्म से सीख सकते हैं। कई तरह की चीज़ें अवेलेबल हैं, उन सब से आप सीख लीजिए। हो सकता है आपके कोई कलीग्स हों जो पहले होके आए हों, आप एक बार उनसे ज़रूर बात कीजिए कि उन्होंने क्या फ़ेस किया था, किस तरह के बच्चे वहाँ आए थे। और सर मतलब वहाँ जाके एक और चीज़ है कि वहाँ आपको थोड़ा सोशल हो जाना चाहिए, वहाँ जाके बातें कीजिए, लोगों से शेयर कीजिए, क्योंकि वहाँ पर कई ऐसे बच्चे होते हैं जो पहले बहुत एसएसबी दे चुके हैं, वो कुछ ना कुछ टिप्स आपको देते रहेंगे, तो वो सब काफ़ी हेल्प करता है। So that was all from my side, and preparation अच्छे से कीजिए, that is the thing. That is, yes sir, that is the thing only.
ऑलराइट उपांशु, आपके
Thank
भविष्य के लिए, सुनहरे भविष्य के लिए हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। विश
thank
यू
you sir.
ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट। ट्रेनिंग एकेडमी में भी आप कमाल करें और ईश्वर
Thank
चाहें आप बहुत अच्छे तरीके से अपनी ट्रेनिंग कंप्लीट करके बहुत जल्दी डिप्लॉय हो जाए।
thank you sir. Thank you very much sir.
ऑलराइट उपांशु, ऑल द बेस्ट।